Hi crafty friends, my name is Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Do you have boxes that you just hate to part with? Well, I had this box where these scissors came in and it was just perfect. It was smooth, it had a little magnetic thingy, and I'm like, this would be a great opportunity to create a little travel kit. So I took out the foam insert and here I am measuring for the bottom piece of paper. This whole video, by the way, is a voiceover because I had a ton of edits and it was like way too long for me to play it all. So it's a voiceover with, trust me, heavy editing. So, because you can basically see what I'm doing, I am putting glue in the bottom of the box. Can't find my Elmer's, so I'm using my Barely Art Glitter Glue, which is a really great glue, and a glue stick. And that piece of paper went in just fine. Now here I am smashing it out, getting rid of any bubbles. So that was the inside, and the cover of the box I'm going to use this pretty ballerina paper. These papers are from my latest Kokorosa Studio order, and they're just lovely. Unfortunately, I only have one each of these papers, but they're going to good use. And here I am just ripping it and sizing it for the box. I couldn't find my metal cutting ruler, so I'm just using tools that I have at my desk. I have recently moved back into my house. We were gone for 10 months. We had 10 months worth of renovations, and I set up my craft desk, and I'm still in a bit of disarray, but I'm basically setting up, organizing, videoing, and having I'm going to say not having a blast really because it is a lot of work, but once everything is set up, I'm going to have a really nice art space. Here I'm cutting the spine of the box using the same piece of paper that I used for the cover. It was just the side piece. And again, I'm gluing. Some of the things I don't show you, I did just lightly go over the box with some white paint and some gold paint, which I think will show up nicely on the edges. And I did edge the paper with that gold leaf type paint. I love it. I'll leave it the type what it is in the description box below. Here I am gluing the spine, and I'm almost done with this box. It's coming out how I wanted it to. It's just going to be a really cool little travel box to take with me when I leave the house. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. So let's see what part of the video is coming up next. Oh, this is where I show you everything is dried. I let it dry overnight, and then I stuffed it with some goodies. I have some vintage tags, some pens. Everything fits really nicely in the box. I got those tags from my dad, and I have some markers and this cute little set of pencils that I once got at a museum. They had free stuff there, and I grabbed it. It's perfect for this box. So now I'm ready to go and put it in a pouch, maybe with some other supplies, and off we go to the races. So I thought I got some good use out of this box. I didn't want to recycle it. I wanted to keep using it. Then the next part of the video, I make some tags. Also with the Kokorosa Studio papers. I'll leave the links for those papers down below. I do have a great discount code for 25% off. I'll leave the code link on the screen if you want to get 25% off your order. And here what I did is I just grabbed some of these pads I have. I do, donations throughout the year, and whoever I donate to, they send me all these pads. I'm sure you have a ton of them laying around your house. All I did was, these tags are just made of junk cardboard. I cut it out for the back so I have nice writing space, and on the front I used the Kokorosa Studio paper. You can keep those tags as is without decorating. They look so pretty. And this is just a demonstration how I glue everything onto the paper, cut it out. I have ready-made tags ready for decorating. And that's the next part of the video where I really heavily edited it. Here I'm taking my favorite gold paint. It came in a set actually, and I'm just putting some gold leaf on the edges. This is a good alternative to using, a stamping and, distressed inks. I like using the gold paint on the edges. And I'm going to cover these tags with that gold paint. And yeah, I didn't fast forward through this part, but you get the gist of what I'm doing over here. I'm just making the tags prettier than they were before. And let's see. I might actually edit out some of this. Let's see if it's going to end. I didn't realize I kept so much of it in. And now I am going to start decorating. I love to decorate it. Like I said, you could have kept it plain. I chose to make another tag, a big one, because I had the backing of those pads. Those paper pads have really nice backing paperwork. And this one I'm just going to glue on the back of this with my glue stick and cut it out so I have a big journal card slash tag to decorate. And that's what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put down this scotch. I like the scotch glue. I bought it a while ago and it's still kicking. It's still lasting. I don't know if I think I have littler tubes left. You can buy them big tubes, little tubes. And I'm just gluing the back of this paper, sticking the cardboard on it. And then I'm going to, magic of film editing, cut. I'm going to cut out the tag in just a minute. There we go. Tag is done. And then I'm just inking the edges this time with some ink from a little ink pad and cutting the corners. I'm sure you've seen that trick where you cut one corner, take the triangle, fold it over to the other side so you have it nice and symmetrical, and just cut it. That's all I doing, and then a little bit more inking. Now, before the video started, I just grabbed some ephemera from various piles, some Tim Holtz dolls, some stickers. I have a ton of vintage stamps that I got from my dad's collection, and I just put them all in this just little lid of a jar. And the rest of the video heavily edited out. It's just collaging, really. It's my thought process. I'm very picky, and sometimes I wish I would work faster, because if I worked faster I wouldn't have to cut out 25 minutes of video. But I'm just showing you my basic collage process thoughts. That's all this is. And it is a little slow, and some of it I skipped through, some of it I heavily edited, and the rest of the video is just me placing stuff down, either gluing it, or if it's a sticker, I'm peeling the sticker, and I'm just playing with tags. And collaging is so, individual, and sometimes I tend to overthink too much. I'm kind of liking what I see here, and I am going to start the gluing process in a second. I probably could have heavily edited this out more, but I'm just giving you a feel of what I do. I tend to work kind of slow. All right, now I glued everything down, and I'm just taking some scrap fabric and stapling it on top to make a little tab tie. That's all I'm doing there. So I finished that tag to my liking, and I'm going to start decorating the other two tags, the smaller ones. Again, with stickers and Tim Holtz dolls, some ephemera. I think I go through this process a little bit faster, just because of time. And you know I don't want to bore the crap out of everybody, truthfully. It is it is a little bit tedious, and I give kudos to some of the bigger channels that make it look really easy, because I'll tell you, it's not easy. I tend to overthink a lot, but again, I heavily edited, and here I am. Glue, glue, glue. Let's get this girl down on the paper. And I think I am about done with this tag. Yeah, I think that's all I did on this one, and I'm going to go over and do the last one for this video. So this tag was a bit challenging for me. I literally edited out at least 20 minutes. I couldn't figure out the placement of everything, and then at the last minute I decided she needs some flying butterflies in there. This is also a Kokorosa Studio product, these stamps, which I love. They make really nice stamps. So I did some stamping, and I also colored in the stamps with a little bit gold of that gold leaf paint that I love, because the ink is waterproof and the paint goes on really nicely. So that's all I'm doing here, is just making those butterflies pop out a little bit before I do another one in the corner and before I glue everything on here as well. I really love that vintage stamp that says love. That was, I think, really popular in the 70s, and I definitely wanted to incorporate it in this tag. And once I figured out the placement of everything and did my last stamp of a butterfly in the corner, kind of to make it more symmetrical, I went ahead and glued everything down. Finally. I spent way too much time on this tag, which I definitely cut out of the video so I wouldn't bore you to tears. But I do love collaging, and I hope I can give you some ideas. I'm still actually always feel like I'm learning myself, especially when you start filming and editing. It makes the process a little bit more complicated because, for video, you don't, you want to make it look nice and you always have a lot of self-doubt. But I'm done. I am done with the tag, and I am done with all three tags. It was a lot of fun filming this. I just have to get my supplies more organized going forward, because I work in a small space. I don't know about you guys, but I work on a desk. It's kind of a small space, and I just moved back into my house. So my studio area is, I've been unpacking, organizing, getting rid of stuff, and making videos when I have the time. But that is my play for Tag Tuesday. Again, you could have left the tags plain as the ones I have up top. Those are just decorated with paper, or you can have a lot of fun and go ahead and decorate with all sorts of ephemera and stamping. Thank you for joining me today. I so appreciate it, and I want to be doing more process videos in the future because it's a passion of mine. It does take a lot of time, and I always have that self-doubt in my head. But it's a great form of expression. And thank you for visiting me. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, all. Bye.